Hey all, it's been a while. So a couple years back after I maxed my account, I decided to try out some 10 HP bossing for a little bit. One of my favorite pets in the game is the Prince Black Dragon from the KBD. So I decided to test out some strategies for killing KBD and work towards at least getting the KBD heads and potentially the Prince Black Dragon. However, KBD is not a simple boss to kill on a 10 HP account. KBD will destroy your cannon after a short period of time and is able to hit extremely high with a max hit of 25 with his melee and 65 with his Dragonfire. As a result, it's basically a necessity to use an ult to help you kill KBD on your 10 HP account. This means that this guide is not for Iron Man, so keep that in mind as we go forward. Before we dive deep into the strategy for killing KBD, we need to understand a few of the basics of the boss. First off, the main source of damage against KBD is going to come from the serpentine helm's venom from your ult. This counts as passive damage and doesn't go into effect on who gets the drop. The best method to inflict venom on KBD with the least amount of damage done to the boss is to use the serpentine helm with the toxic staff of the dead. If both the serpentine helm and the toxic staff of the dead are used together on your ult, there is a 100% chance to inflict venom if damage is done to KBD. This means that your ult can hit KBD one time with a weak spell such as Wind Strike, which will do very low damage, and KBD will be venomed for the rest of the fight. This means that when you place your cannon down in the KBD layer on your 10 HP account, you only need to do more damage to KBD than the Wind Strike, because whoever does the most damage against KBD gets the drop. And as I stated earlier, venom doesn't count towards that damage to get the drop. You'll only have a small amount of time to hit with the cannon before KBD will destroy it, and you'll have to go get another one from the dwarf south of the Edgeville Monastery. If you aren't able to do more damage than your ult before KBD destroys your cannon, you'll have to go get a new cannon and try again to ensure that your 10 HP account gets the drop. Now that's a lot of information that might be a little more complicated, but it'll make sense as we go further on. With that being said, let's get into the actual footage. I'm not going to go into specific gear setups for both accounts because you can vary it depending on what works best for your account and what you have unlocked, but these are the necessities that you're going to need for each account. So starting off with the alt account, you're going to need a serpentine helm and a toxic staff of the dead and wind strike runes to inflict the venom on KBD. For protection, you're also going to need an anti-dragon shield and an anti-fire potion to protect yourself from the dragon breath. And then you're also going to want prayer potions for protect from melee, ring of recoils to do that little bit of extra damage, because that is also a passive damage that doesn't count towards the drop. And then you'll also need food because you'll be tanking the boss. On the 10 HP account, you're going to need to have your cannon and cannonballs, obviously. Also, you're going to want to bring some food. I would recommend bringing some Gothic Rest to boost your HP to 15, just in case you take damage from anything. You're also going to want to have anti-fire potions and an anti-fire shield to protect from dragon breath. And you're also going to want to bring anti-venom potions to protect you from the spiders that can poison you before you get into the lair. And then another thing that you're also going to want to bring is a ranging potion and potentially some prayer potions if you need it, and also a teleport out. Just be careful that you don't take anything on either accounts that you wouldn't want to lose, because you will have to run through the wilderness to get into the KBD lair. So, the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to run into the lair on your ult. Before you go in, make sure you've taken a sip of your anti-fire potion and also put on protect from melee for your additional protection. When you get into the lair on your ult, make sure that KBD hasn't been damaged by another player and that the world is empty. Next, you're going to want to start casting Wind Strike until you do damage to KBD. Once you hit KBD with your Wind Strike, he will then start to get venomed. Then run into the northeast corner and drag KBD as far northeast as possible. Then you're going to want to run into the northwest corner, and that will drag KBD all the way against the back wall of the lair. This will leave enough space for your 10 HP account to enter the lair and place the cannon without getting attacked by KBD. Now you're going to want to teleport to the lair on your 10 HP account using the Burning Amulet. Make sure you are protecting melee, and you have taken the anti-venom potion for the spiders and the anti-fire potion just in case KBD lure towards you and fires your dragon breath. Also, make sure you have protection item on while you're running through the wilderness. You're going to want to enter the lair and place your cannon down. Ensure that it's fully loaded and firing, and then teleport out. Once you leave, make sure you have taken a sip of your ranging potion and have your best range bonus prayer active. Both your range level and prayer bonus have an effect on how well your cannon hits. Now, back on your ult, you're going to want to lure KBD back towards the front of the lair towards the cannon. Watch out for the XP drops on your 10 HP account, or just watch for damage on your ult on KBD to make sure the cannon does more damage to KBD than the wind strike from earlier. If your cannon is successful, then all you have to do is wait out the venom on your ult. While you wait, you can also walk under KBD to help lower the damage taken from the boss. If your cannon was destroyed before doing more damage than the wind strike, then you're going to have to retrieve a new cannon and repeat the previous steps until you have done more damage than your ult. Remember, it is very important that you do the most damage on your 10 HP account. That way you get the drop. The fastest way to retrieve a new cannon is to teleport to the monastery and then run south. Another note, if you want to be completely efficient, you can actually continue coming back into the lair and placing cannons back down throughout the fight, because the more times you place down a new cannon in the lair, the more damage will be done to KBD and the quicker the kills will be. But you're only required to do it once, as long as you're able to hit on your 10 HP account more than your ult did with the wind strike. But like I said, after the venom has been inflicted and you've done damage on your 10 HP account, it's nothing but a waiting game. All you can do is hope that you get lucky for KBD heads or the pet. And in my case, I ended up getting pretty lucky. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to bother with that next kill. Am I going to get it? Yeah. Oh, I got it. I got it. Holy shit, I actually got it. Please don't die. Oh, I don't have a fucking telly. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, I do. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm nervous. Woo! Holy shit, we died in the ult, but we got the KBD. Anyway, KBD is a relatively simple boss to kill for 10 HP accounts, but it was a lot of fun testing out strategies a couple years ago after I maxed my account. That's about all I got, though. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next video in probably a few years. Take it easy, y'all.